What's up, everyone? We are here at our monthly trip to the Desert Dogs Card Show here in Phoenix, Arizona. It's definitely one of my favorite shows, and I'm here early today because the first 100 customers got a free supplies bundle kit, and I also had a perfect opportunity to set up for my first time as a vendor because one of the vendors did not show up. So the owners offered me a spot, so stay tuned and see what I was able to pick up and sell at this show. What's up, everyone? We are out here at my first ever card show as a vendor, and I was not really planning on doing this, but the owners here over at Desert Dogs Card Show just pulled me aside and said, hey, somebody's not here, you want their table? So I just laid out some of my cards and already making some good deals. I'll let you guys know what happens next. So for those of you that have never set up at a show and you're in a situation like me, this is my first time ever setting up. I just literally laid it all on the table because I'm doing this on a budget and I don't have any of these fancy cases. But honestly, it might help me out because people don't have to ask me questions. They can just pick it up and look at it for themselves. And people have just been walking up and offering me money for the cards. So I already made $100 in my first ever vendor trip. So I'll let you guys know how it goes. Alright, what's up, everyone? Quick update. About an hour or two in, I've sold about $120 worth of cards, and honestly, it's going pretty well for me for my first time here at the Desert Dogs Card Show. And I've been really representing the CollxApp. A lot of people have had questions about that, so I've been definitely answering those questions, which is cool. A lot of people seem to like the app, and I'm making a lot more connections as a vendor, which is always cool. A lot of kids always looking to make like the trade up challenges, so that's fun to deal with, but I'll keep you guys updated. Show is starting to slow down now a little bit, so here's a quick look at my table. I've already sold a good amount of cards, but hopefully the show speeds up soon and I can sell some more. Alright, what's up, everyone? We are about 1 hour left of the show. Made about $150 worth in sales and a free show, so I can't really be mad about that. Shout out to the Desert Dogs guys again for giving me the free table. Hopefully I can start setting up here in the future too, like more officially, but 1 hour left, still got a decent crowd going. I would highly recommend coming out to this show. There's 90 plus tables, it's free admission, and every month it gets bigger and better. Alright, there's about 15 minutes left of the show now, starting to finally die down a little bit in here. It's still just sold $40 worth in the last hour, so hopefully I can make one more deal before it ends. But it was a pretty good day for me. I cannot complain setting up at my first show, and the fact that it was free since I kind of snagged this table last second. So that's super clutch. I will show you guys all the deals and everything I made, a closer up look when we get back home later today. So stay tuned. Alright, show's closing down, heading out, and I can't wait to get back to the crib and check out everything that we sold and bought. What's up, everyone? We're back now at my house from the Desert Dogs Card Show, and I can't wait to recap that whole day. Honestly, it was not what I was expecting. I was just planning on going, getting some free raffles because the first 100 people that went to this show actually got a free party pools pack. So if you've never heard of party pools, it's like a supplies company where they have like card boxes and cases, they have top loaders and penny sleeves and all sorts of things. So they were giving away free packs of supplies, which was clutch. So I wanted to get there early. And when I got there, I started to walk around, filmed a couple of videos. I was really excited to walk around this show today, actually, because there was an NFL player that was setting up as a vendor, Matt Prater, and I really wanted to go see his table. But as I was walking around, the Desert Dogs Card Show guys tapped me on the shoulder and said, hey, Vinny, somebody hasn't showed up for their table and there's just an empty slot. Do you want to go set up? And I was like, I don't really know because I've never set up before and I only really had just my box of cards with me. And then my partner, Jimmy, over at CollX, he really started to talk me into it. He was like, you should just do it, man. You're already here, and like, just do it. So I quickly drove home, and I grabbed a couple things, and I quickly drove back because I'm only like 15 minutes away. So I drove back, found them. I asked if the table was still open, and they said, yep. So they set me up. And honestly, I was like very nervous because, like I said, I've never set up at a show before. I had no idea what I was doing. I felt very underprepared because I went there just with the impression of buying some cards, maybe walking around, seeing some people. And now I'm setting up, selling some cards. So I was able to like just find the table. Luckily, one of the vendors next to me really helped me out, and he started like giving me advice, just telling me pull out as much as I can, any cards that I think look cool, cards that people might want, just put them on the table. So that's what I started doing, just taking everything out. And then I started taking out my CollxApp flyers because I was hoping people would recognize like CollxApp and draw some of the attention to the table, which helped as well. So then as I was setting up, and I already started to get people, like as I'm putting the cards down onto the table, people were coming up and looking at my cards and wanting to buy already. So I'll pop up like some of the pictures on the screen because I wasn't as prepared with the videos. So I sold this one Devin Booker card. It was a patch. I forget exactly what it was numbered to, but I know it was numbered. And I sold that for $15. So that was a great sale right away. And then one of my next cards was PSA 9 CJ Stroud. It was like aqua or teal reactive, I think. It was also numbered to 175. I honestly, I thought that card should be worth way more, but recent sales just killed the price. So I let it go for $20. Just honestly, I'm trying to get some money back so I can buy some other better cards. So that was a good deal for me. And then I'll pop it up on the screen as well. I sold these 2 Lamine base cards that I had pulled, just ripping some Donruss packs. You've probably seen the video on my channel. So I sold those 2 base cards for $10. Lamine is pretty popular. Even his base cards will sell for a good price. So $10 for those 2. And then I sold, I'll pop up on the screen, it was 3 like kind of older, I would say vintage cards. I'm not sure if they qualify for vintage. They're like 80s, 90s cards. They're like reactive and see-through. They're really cool. I think it's EX 2000, something like that. But I sold those for $15. I'll pop that up on the screen. It was a Kevin Garnett, David Robinson, and a Scottie Pippen, I believe. So that was a really good sale for me. Already making some good money. And then I sold another kind of just smaller bundle deal of just like some $2 cards. It was like a TJ Watt, a Kurt Warner, and a Adrian Peterson, I want to say. This guy was just looking for Arizona Cardinals players, so he just picked those up for cheap, $5. So then I had another sale. It was, I'll pop it up on the screen. It was a Donruss purple hollow laser, and it was a Sir Thompson, one of the twins, and I sold that for $5. I thought about getting that one graded, honestly, but then after looking at it further, I didn't think it was like worth it. So I ended up just getting rid of it for $5. Quick flip. Got rid of another card for $5. Brandon Pazinski, I think is how you pronounce his name, from the Warriors. I got rid of one of his winter sweater patches for $5, his rookie patch, so that was a pretty good deal. I got this Michael Jordan PSA 7 hardcourt that I've had forever. I got it at my very first card show ever, and I thought it would be cool because it's a Michael Jordan rookie, or not rookie, graded card. So in my like early mindset, I thought I'd be able to sell it pretty easily, but in reality, I wasn't. I've had that thing for months, but there was just this guy looking for pretty much any Michael Jordans, anything that he could find. So he picked that up for me for $20. Then finally, now that I had some money and people were like coming around asking if I was buying, most of the time I'll tell people I'm down for trades just because, one, I don't have a lot of money to buy, and two, that's what I like to do when I'm a customer. I like to make a lot of trades and like turn in a lot of my cards, hopefully for like a couple bigger cards. So I like to do trades, but this one kid, he kept circling around a couple times, and every time he kept circling around, he actually had new cards with him. So you could tell he was doing really good with his trade ups and selling his cards, and he came back to me with this Wembanyama card. It's this blue reactive rookie, and if you know me, you know I love Wemby. He's my PC. I don't have the budget to be getting these like hundreds and hundreds of dollars worth of cards, but this blue reactive is just something that I don't have, and I think it's cool and looks cool. So I picked that up from him for $15. So that was a good deal for me, I feel like, and I gave him some cash, so hopefully he was able to buy some more cards. Made another sale. This one was a Fernando Tatis. I always mess up his last name every single time. But it was like an aqua lava or like teal lava numbered card as well. Sold that for $10. And then honestly, just the deals kept coming. This one was cool because Matt Prater, the guy that I really wanted to go see at his table, towards the end of the show, he was walking around. So him and his kids actually came to my table. So I did end up getting the chance to meet them. And then his son was looking through a lot of my cards and was interested. And then he ended up picking this Joe Burrow, like this clear king of cards, I think they're called. And so I got rid of that for $5. Pretty good deal. Nice, cool card. And one of my last sales of the day, honestly, I noticed like for my first time setting up as a vendor, you have to be standing up and trying to like talk to people. Otherwise, most people won't communicate or look towards your booth when other booths look a lot more flashy and things. So I made sure I was standing up, trying to talk to people. And then I started even saying, like, if I saw someone in a Cowboys jersey, I'd point to them and say, hey, I got some Cowboys cards here. Or in this case, I saw this lady, she was wearing Packers gear, like hat, shirt, socks, everything. So I pointed out, I was like, hey, I have a really nice Brett Favre card. She's like, oh, wow, okay. So she took a picture of it, came back around like later in the show, and she ended up buying it. So I guess she might have like sent a picture off to one of her family members or something. So she ended up buying it for $20, which is a good deal for me. 2 colors in the patch, which most of them I've seen sell for like 1 color. So that was like it. I sold a bunch of cards and made a good amount of money. This is the most money I've ever made at a card show. And lucky me, I didn't have to pay for the table because the vendor already paid for the table and didn't show up. So I was able to just step in for free on my first ever time vending, and it was honestly a perfect way for me to just start off. And now I have that like itch where I really want to start setting up every month if I can at different shows. Hopefully at the Desert Dogs card shows, that's one of my favorites here. But every month, maybe 1 or 2 shows starting to set up, and you guys will start seeing more videos of me at the card shows as a vendor as opposed to like walking around buying. So if you liked the video and you've stayed for this whole time, I really appreciate it. Like and subscribe, and stay tuned for the next video. Peace.